Fruit of Grisaia is back. Would have done more of this sooner, but Minecraft got in the way. What else can I say? So, continue. Oh, there's that phone ringing. Okay, can it stop ringing? Okay, phone's done ringing, thank God. Oh, right, these are just plenty of options here. I'll likely just leave all these as is for now. System info. Oh, physicist, hi there. I can look at my system info if I really need to do that. Hi there, JB. Your voice is lovely as always. I've been charmed out of my senses. Want to get married? Fine by me. You just grab that marriage registration form and come pick me up at Ichigaya. My bad. Let's get down to business. Oh, physicist. Welcome back. I said I was going to stick to my word. I can spend about an hour. It's not too late. Just making more progress on this. Might turn out to be longer if I find something interesting again happening. Next time you cause trouble, you're going to be confined to quarters, have your outings in PX access restricted, and get assigned to mandatory labor. Hey JP, did you know there's actually a word for that now? It's called imprisonment. Not to worry, I'll stop by and talk to you through the glass once a week, so you won't get lonely. Is that how the grown-ups run things in this country? We don't have tax money to spend on malfunctioning national defense equipment. You understand what I'm telling you? I understand. My bad. If you have an excuse, I'll listen. No, I don't have an excuse, but there's something I want to say. JB, I love you. And... No, I shouldn't. If I say this, you'll definitely get mad. What the heck? I won't get mad, so say it already. Okay, here I go. Quit your bitching, fish face. I'll stick that phone so far up your ass you'll feel the ringtone in your colon. Oh, so you'll be getting into college maybe next year? Well, it's supposed to weed out the worst incompetence. JB, you're a truly understanding superior to lend an ear to your subordinate's abuse. It's thanks to you that I can vent my stress and enjoy my days in serenity. Machina is back. Machina, were you waiting for me here? I mean, you got taken by the police and all. I talked to a police person who came after and he said, you got in the fight with 3 guys. I was worried, you know? One had a stun gun, one had, I don't know, a lead pipe maybe, and one had a knife. I don't remember what the 3rd weapon was, but I know there was a stun gun and a knife among the weapons those 3 men had. How to put it, this head is at just the right height to rest your hand on. I waited the whole time. Sorry I worried you. When I look closely, Machina is still clutching the paper from her ice cream cone in her hand. She must have taken my "I'll be back soon" literally and stayed right here the entire time. Did you get hurt? Are you okay? Who do you think you're talking to? There's no way I'd lose to the likes of them. You're good at fighting? Don't want to boast, but the only person who's beaten me in a fight is my master. Then if I get in the pinch, will you rescue me? You just worry about living a solid, decent life, and you won't need rescuing. More importantly, let's get back quickly. Amane must be worried. If she gets mad, will you rescue me? Well, yeah, I think I can handle that much at least. Come on, let's go. Machina nods energetically, trots up next to me, and grabs hold of my left hand. First Amane, now Machina. Why are my hands in such demand lately? Apparently sensing my unspoken complaint, Machina squeezes my hand forcefully. Don't go anywhere, okay? You don't need to squeeze that hard. I'm not going to vanish all of a sudden. You promise? I can't make any guarantees. As I pull Machina along by her strangely warm hand, we set off for the dorm. We walk side by side. Our lengthening shadows spreading out across the road. A long time ago, I used to be fascinated and puzzled by the way shadows would grow as the sun began to sink under the horizon. Who explained it to me at the time? I don't think it was my mother, although I do remember walking hand in hand with my master at sunset. There's no way that woman would have given me a straight answer, which would leave... Ah, yeah, it was my sister, wasn't it? Bathed in the evening sun, pulled along by my sister's hand, I pointed at my expanding shadow and asked her, why do shadows get all long at sunset? So, 84th percentile? So you have a good shot at this SAT, from what I can imagine. The answer she gave in return was overly technical, explaining how the changing of the seasons affected the phenomenon, and at the time I didn't really understand any of it. Used to be. I was the one being pulled along. What? No, it's nothing. If you talk to yourself too much, people will think you're a weirdo, you know? Duly noted. Hadn't thought I'd ever become the sort of person who could take another's hand in mine and lead them home. But there's no guarantee I'll be here to do the same tomorrow. By this time tomorrow evening, the hand that's holding hers may be gone. So what, is shit gonna go down like literally the day after already? Oh, Michiru's back. Alright, here goes. Morning, everyone! How's it going? I watch from behind as Michiru boldly leaps into the classroom like a paratrooper jumping in the sky over Normandy. Naturally, she's not as heavily equipped, but in her grim resolve, she's a match for any screaming eagle. Without such intestinal fortitude, there's no way the girl could charge so defenselessly into that classroom. Well, unless she's simply unaware of the situation. Seems like the latter. You're a truly foolish woman, Michiru. Wait a second! What is this? Why? And here I was filled with admiration for your kamikaze spirit. To think you were just wallowing in ignorance. I had no idea! No wonder no one's in the classroom! Why didn't you tell me? Because you didn't ask. Come on, who's going to randomly ask if there's a bee in the classroom? That's right, the situation. A bee. A flying pest has occupied our classroom, now lies in ambush. Our classmates have all withdrawn from the field. You gotta tell me before I go in if it's dangerous. How was I supposed to know? This is exactly why you're renowned as the most brainless of bimbos. Every action should be taken only after consideration of the worst case scenario. Don't you have any common sense at all? What kind of an idiot opens the door without assessing the risks? I really don't think many people think twice about opening a door. Well, if you've played enough Doki Doki Literature Club and its game mods, you might think twice about gently opening the door. You might hesitate to open it. Whenever you open a door, do so in steadfast resolve to find Somalia waiting on the other side. I don't have that kind of resolve. What does that even mean? How am I supposed to open it? You're not worthy of my instruction. Give me a break here. Don't be such a cheapskate. Hurry up and tell me how to open doors safely, got it? If you're that determined, I suppose I can make an exception. Step 1. Confirm the surrounding area. Standing in front of the door, I demonstrate by pointing sequentially to the ceiling, the floor, my front, my rear, my left, and my right, following with my eyes. Confirming the surrounding area. What's next? Observe with the utmost caution, understand? Search every inch of your surroundings on the assumption that they are deadly traps. Okay. And then? What's going on? Quiet. We've just begun our 6-hour stakeout period, of course. That's ridiculous! There's no way I can wait that long. What? By all rights, we should obtain a map, infiltrate, and watch from cover for a week in advance. I'm granting extraordinary permission for a raid after nothing more than an observation period. And you're still not satisfied? Just how far do you expect me to indulge your laziness, you spoiled bottle blonde? And you call yourself Japanese? Look, just make it simple. Just the basics. Very well. I'll teach you the simplest possible method. Using nice small words. First, we slowly open the door. Then we throw in the decoy. Next, we close the door and stand by until the decoys report. Listen up, maggot. You have a scouting mission to complete. Desertion in the face of the enemy is treason. If you turn your back on our foe and come crawling to safety, I'll re-educate you with my own hands. Calm down and maintain your composure. Don't let panic blind you. Use those holes in your head you call eyes. It's easy for you to say. You're truly hopeless. Very well. I'll go so far as to sing a song to give you courage. What song is this? Did she just fall over? I see. She's decided to silence her breathing and hide. Compared to noisily trying to escape, that's a much wiser course of action. She's gained such instinctive understanding of the art of reconnaissance in this short time. Michiru, my friend. We might make a scout out of you yet, Michiru's collapsed on the floor, her eyes rolling around in her head. What's all this, then? Hey, maggot, who authorized you to faint? The bee! The bee! Calm yourself. This thing is nothing more than an insect. Bee eliminated. Situation resolved. You grab that thing with your bare hands? It'll sting you! I told you to calm yourself. This kind of bee can't sting. A bee that doesn't sting? Listen well, a bee stinger is a part of its ovipositor. Therefore, males don't have one. Look closely, this thing is harmless. You're right, there's no stinger! What the heck? I got all worked up over nothing! Huh? Then why isn't anyone in the classroom? They jumped this to conclusions and mistook this for the dangerous one. Ran off to get insecticide or something. It's not like I'm scared of bees or anything, got it? Ah, there's another one. Since you know they don't sting, it's really nothing to worry about. This one's harmless too, right? That's a giant hornet. It stings. Also, it's poisonous. She'll sting if you shout. Keep quiet. Listen carefully, Michiru. Giant hornets don't just sting. They inject potent venom. Slight digression, but this thing is called the Yak Killer because of its poison cocktail. Did you really have to tell me that right now? Don't make any sudden movements. Walk slowly and keep quiet. Fortunately, you're blonde, so your coloration is similar to that of a hornet. In other words, there's no problem if he accepts you as his friend. Oh, offering a bohemian folk song? Very sensible. Ah, Mr. B is going to click click. Does this mean we're friends now? When they clack their mandibles together like that, it signifies a final warning. If you make any more stupid moves, you'll be stung for sure. Thank you for waiting. I apologize, it took some time to mix the insecticide. Sachi drags a tank with an atomizing nozzle and hose into the room. It looks like it's designed for spraying agricultural chemicals. Apparently it's full of her own cocktail. Oh, thank goodness you're here! Hurry up, the insecticide! Wow, the bee's hovering around Michiru-sama. Don't worry, this is a special homemade neurotoxin of mine. Fight poison with poison, as they say. Well then, I'll be spraying this through the nozzle, so please wait a moment. Wait a second, you just said this stuff is a something toxin? Neurotoxin. Sounds like it'll take out that hornet for sure. It's obviously gonna get me too. Don't worry, Michiru-sama, there won't be any problems as long as you don't inhale before it disperses. I'm sure you can hold your breath for 15 minutes or so. Yes? Alright, here we go. Ready? Set? I can't do that! Okay, Sachi, I cannot do that! Is that so? In that case, I suppose we can't use this. I'm sure we could have wrapped things up with one shot, too. What a shame. You'd wrap my life up, too. Come on! We gotta come up with a plan B or this won't end well. That hornet is pretty worked up. Oh, Extreme Wreck, hi there. Something about a hornet? On that note, why is this bee only going after me? Just what did you do to that poor hornet? I just don't get it. Is it my hair color after all? Maybe it's mad because I'm a tsundere? Like I'm ripping off the queen bee thing? Michiru-sama, are you sure you don't want to try just a little puff? Even a puff should be quite deadly. I'm telling you, deadly is the problem here! I don't think Michiru's listening, by the way. That can melt human skin. That sounds like bad stuff right there. It's coming in low this time! Seems to be aiming at your legs. Michiru, do you think you'll be needing those in the future? Of course I will! I see. It's awfully noisy in here. Oh, Yumiko, don't come over here! What is that supposed to mean? No, that's not it. There's a bit. Look, please, don't shout at me this early and... Stepped on it. What? Can you please use complete sentences? Oh, never mind. It's nothing, really. Stepped on it by accident. Well, alright then. The squash hornet stuck flat at the bottom of her shoe. Sakaki walks to her desk and takes out a book. Although the girl glances over here briefly, she soon pulls out her bookmark without another word and begins moving her eyes across the lines of text. Sachi, there's gotta be a nest somewhere nearby. Think you can find it and give it a dose of that cocktail of yours? Yes, certainly. In conclusion, Yumiko is the strongest. Not the type you want to make an enemy of. With this, the Hornet incident draws to a close without casualties. Just as they say, at times ignorance is bliss. Nice. He just stepped on the Hornet by accident. After middle school, you won't be popular with the girls if all you can do is fight. You need brains too. So my master taught me. So are you smart then? In response to the obvious question, my master replied that women are more popular if they're a little dim-witted. I think she might have intended as a joke. Not that it was remotely funny. My master wasn't much of a comedian, but there's one thing I have to thank her for. Can I just... That looks a bit better. I'm gonna just tilt this a bit. I don't want part of my face to be like covered up when I'm just looking at the text on screen. Yeah, RSD Game Maker. That was what Extreme Rec brought up during my Minecraft live stream I just did before this one. It was specialized in making top-down RPG-like games. Apparently people tried to make platformers in it, and then ran into some severe limitations that just made things act all janky because of said limitations. For example, you couldn't just jump forward and jump straight up with the same button. You actually had to have two different buttons, one for jumping up and one for a forward jump, and maybe one for a backward jump too? Yeah, two different jump buttons, because you couldn't just do jumping with one button. To jump, you press up. That's pretty shitty already. But what happens when you press down? You think duck? No. It jumps. You press down to jump. Whoever came up with that idea is a real cocksucker. Sucks cock. Who presses down to jump? That should be for ducking. And not only is that, like, not just a jump, it's a forward jump. Yeah, there was that one game AVGN reviewed, Conan. This one, I don't know how they can fuck up. And then there's pressing down to do forward jumps, and up to just jump straight up. You couldn't turn left and then just forward jump, so you had to have 3 different jump buttons. That sounds as primitive as all hell. She's the one who really got me hooked on reading. There are a vast number of books in this world, and the majority are interesting in some way. Even if you get stuck with a seriously dull one, if you look at it critically and figure out why it's a failure, the time you spend with it isn't a complete waste. I devoured books like an addict when I was a kid. And my master would get me anything I wanted to read, even comics or porn magazines. Anything I wanted to read as a kid. She's gonna go and get him porn. It's a damn good thing if you can enjoy reading. Oh, yes, yes, I can enjoy reading, alright. Oh, yes, yes, I can enjoy reading. I can enjoy reading if there's tits flopping around. Oh, yes. Or even better yet, in my case, flat chests. Why? Lets you make use of the time you spend waiting in the dentist's office, doesn't it? Well, maybe not porn in the dentist's office. Am I supposed to laugh now? Not to say I've gained much wisdom from what I've read in waiting rooms, but I think I can at least smile at those words today. Am I gonna get flagged for hopefully sexual content? Machina, you here? Yep, door's open! Machina, please tell me you didn't see that. Why aren't you in your own room? Oh, I left a note on the door, didn't I? To say I'm in the next room over. True. Yes, there was an note on their door. Thing is, the paper is yellowed and wrinkled. There's no telling how long it's been up there. Are you always in Amane's room? Yeah, now that you mention it, I guess I sorta am, you know? And I'm being serious about the flat chest part, by the way. That was a non-joke. Yes, the room I've just entered is in fact Amane's. Looking around, a good half of the room is buried in random junk. I guess Machina's been doing her best imitation of a squirrel preparing for hibernation, depositing things here little by little with every visit. Well, don't just stand there. Come on in. I appreciate the neighborly spirit, but this isn't your room. Yeah, it's Oni-chan. Yuji-kun, why? What's up? Nothing much, just stopped by to lend Machina a book. A book? What kind? It's for that thing. I point towards one item among Machina's pile of junk, an aquarium containing her crawfish. She asked me if I knew any books with detailed instructions on raising crawfish, so I took a look around a store by the station. Oh yeah, there was also about the thing about the terrible scrolling. If jumping is a chore to implement, if jumping requires like multiple buttons, then you can't really have much hope for like other peculiarities about RSD. I was about to say RSG. That's something related to Minecraft speedrunning. Random seed glitchless. Ah, so you're the one responsible for that crawfish. This girl carries it in here all of a sudden, then starts saying she's going to turn it blue. We tried just keeping it in the sink for a while, but it would escape in the middle of the night. I ended up having to buy a tank and everything, you know? Sorry about that. I'm not really mad or anything. It's good to see her get interested in animals, I guess. Hey, the book! Where's the book? Here, this is it. The part about raising crawfish starts on page 38. The last 2 pages talk about getting them to turn blue. Thanks! I'ma read it right away! As soon as Machina accepts the book from me, she sits down on the spot with a thump and starts to rifle through the pages. So what, did they really turn blue? When I tried this experiment as a kid, there was a range of variation among the individuals, but most of them did turn some shade of blue. Sounds kind of fun. By the way, Amane, I have a question of my own. Do you mind? I would have probably had to cut out a lot of the content. I don't know how I would have edited this if I actually had the uncensored version. Then there'd just be like a continuity error with all this dialogue being skipped. Maybe it would be a continuity error. Like that one episode of Pokemon in like the first season. Someone points a gun at Ash's head, so the episode gets banned. But that's an episode where he catches several Pokemon, so viewers were left confused as to where the several Pokemon he caught came from, because of the banned episode that he was gonna get shot. We're talking about Pokemon, by the way. Can get kinda dark. Still not as bad as that one episode that gave all kinds of children seizures, then promptly got banned worldwide after the incident. Several children got hospitalized off that one Pokemon episode. I wouldn't say constantly, you know. I was just taking a shower. I see. And if you're going to bring that up, how about a less delayed reaction? I'll try to work on that. But I mean, I think you do the kya thing and hide your chest before I got a chance to bring it up, usually. Amane, no more concerned with my glance than before. Walks briskly to her vanity and flips on a hairdryer. I'm kinda heavy, sweet sweater and all. So I have to shower nearly 3 times a day in the summer. Let down my guard and I get prickly heat on my breasts. That's really the worst, you know? Big tits are tough in their own way, I see. Hey, Oni-chan, want a drink? Yeah, if you're offering. Okay, hold on just a second, I'll get something. Makina places her book on the floor, opens Amane's refrigerator, then promptly sticks her head in and starts rooting around like she owns the place. It's basically as much her room as Amane's by this point. What? You say something? Just how long's Makina been hanging around this room? Oh yeah, let's see. Pretty much since she came to the school, I guess. This girl starts crying real loud in the middle of the night if she's alone. That's rude, you know. I don't cry anymore. I go back to my room to sleep every once in a while. Maybe once a month at best, and for some reason it only tends to happen when you're throwing a temper tantrum. Hey, Oni-chan. What's your opinion on constantly scolding harpy women? They say it's a rare thing to find a woman other than your mother who'll nag you. Take good care of her, alright? Even you betray me, Oni-chan? This world's really going to the dogs. Drinking's the only thing that gets me through the day. Drinking what? She almost sounds like an alcoholic for a second. Orange juice. Non-alcoholic. Look, Makina, can we do something about this Oni-chan thing? Well, why? Well, how can I put this? It feels a little awkward. I think you'll get used to it eventually, you know? I got used to being called Makina and all. What do you mean? You don't like being called by your own name? Truth is, I don't really like the name Makina that much. And why's that? Makina kinda sounds like vagina, you know? Oh, it doesn't. What? Like I said, vagina. Vagina. I see, well, that's certainly a very feminine name. But you know what? When you say like vagina, it sort of sounds like an idol or something, right? Whatever you say. Hey, Amane. What's up? Is this girl high? Just what are you putting in her food? Don't be rude. I don't feed her anything weird. So she says, but this is like talking to one of those guys who self-medicate the night before a major operation. I feel like I'm dealing with someone who sees things they shouldn't see and hears voices they shouldn't hear. Instinctively, I drop my hand on the Makina's head and rigorously ruffle her hair around. That hurts, you know? Your pupils don't look dilated. If you're that suspicious, how about testing the food for yourself? What? I'm talking about dinner, of course. I was planning on Odin today, so so one more is no problem at all. Odin, is it? I'm afraid I'm talking about a kind of stew. The supreme god of the Norse pantheon will not be dining with us tonight. My stupid pun was intercepted. What a letdown. The hell? Well, anyway, there's no problem. More the merrier. Ah, hey. Don't be stubborn. You'll embarrass Amani, you know? Come on in. Makina seizes my hand and tries to forcibly drag me further inside. Well, alright, fine. There probably won't be anything I dislike in an Odin stew anyway. I'll eat pretty much anything that's put in front of me, but I do have some foods I find a little difficult to deal with on a psychological level. Okay, just sit here. Yeah. Offered a cushion with a cute, girly design. I sit down a bit reluctantly. In an instant, Makina has plopped herself down on top of my knees. Look. You. What? Okay, how do I get this text box off my screen so I can print screen this? Perfect. Oh my fucking god, that angle though. Do you hate having me here? I'm just taken away by the beautiful girl on my screen right now. And that angle at which the camera is pointed. That's not what I'm saying, but that line's familiar. I hadn't realized until now, but Machina seems to have a habit of imitating Amani's speech. Now that I think about it, that, you know, she's always tacking on to the end of her sentence for no particular reason, seems like it might be a corruption of Amani's frequent you know. And Machina's forcible tone and attitude towards men also remind me of a certain someone. They do say pets start to resemble their owners. Someday this girl might well become the sort of evil woman who walks around with her tits hanging halfway out. Tits hanging halfway out? How would they? Seducing struggling shopkeepers and giving away their livelihood. We can't have that. To tell the truth, from my current position, Machina's modest breasts are almost clearly visible. For those of certain taste, these things might have a power to tempt exceeding that of Amane's oversized others. What's the matter? Hey, Amane. What now? My hands are full at the moment. What do you mean, don't tell me? I mean, I still have, like, I don't know, almost a whole visual novel to play. If you hate it that much, just tell her to get off. I'm not saying I hate it, but if she starts casually hopping on top of strange old men in town, I think we might run into some problems. Don't worry, I think I've said this before, but Machina's really pretty shy. Come to think of it, since when were you two this friendly? Well, you had a couple chances to talk recently, I guess. Even so, I've never seen Machina get attached to a guy so quickly. Just what did you do to this girl? Nothing particularly comes to mind. I mean, she can barely speak with most men. The old man at the greengrocer's is about the only guy she can have a decent conversation with, you know? That a fact? So why has Machina gotten so attached to me? I don't remember taming her with food or teaching her dirty games behind Mommy's back. I searched my memory, but nothing really stands out. Hey, Oni-chan! Can you open for this for me? Open what for you? Completely disinterested in my ruminations, Machina pushes her can of orange juice towards me and tilts her head to the side as she asks for help. A pretty standard pattern among women playing the moe type, who try to tickle the male heart with an appeal to their own helplessness. But Machina's fingers are stubby and thin. I wouldn't be surprised if opening a cannon was really a challenge. There's, I don't know, just about anything that can open a can almost. Thanks, Oni-chan. What's this? You guys really are very friendly. It's rare for Machina to act this spoiled, you know? And if you tried to pull something like that, I'd probably punch you, right? Why are you asking me to agree? How the heck am I supposed to reply to that? So she doesn't just let anybody pamper her like this? Let's see, for the most part I don't think I've seen her get this clingy with anyone other than me. I see. Whether or not Machina is paying any attention to our conversation about her, she continues to flip through the book on my lap without comment. Huh? Hey, jeez! Machina, we can see your breasts! How many times have I told you to wear a bra? That thing feels so cramped, you know. As if you got enough there for it to be cramped. Hurry up, come here. I was almost done reading. I'll put it on you, so stand up. I'll have to look away, right? A sense of emptiness might be going a bit far, but the sudden removal of that limp, warm creature from my lap leaves me feeling slightly lonely. Okay, let's stand on our own, please. You. Oh, hey! Jeez, don't step on my foot! Sorry! Jeez, okay. I'll take off your camisole, so give me a bonsai. This scene was a little boring now that I remember. How about having her put her clothes on by herself? This girl is terrible at getting dressed, or rather she just hates clothes, period. Apparently she was wearing nothing but gowns the whole time she was in the hospital. Why are we not asking about the hospital? Why are you asking about the gowns and not the hospital? She hates any clothes that aren't really loose. Unless someone does it for her like this, she won't even put her underwear on. Here we go. Just deal with it for a second. If we just stuff a little fat from your back and armpit into the cup like this... Look, you got some curves now, see? Such is woman's lot in life. Alright, we're all done. And you have more foreshadowing. I don't know, maybe being locked in the closet had something to do with it? Maybe something about being locked in the closet or just some other small space. Yeah, they're shockingly big. What do you eat to get a pair like that? Bread? And strawberries. You just listed your favorite foods. So Machina likes bread and strawberries best, huh? Kinda childish taste, but I guess that fits with her personality. This girl just doesn't eat that much in general, but when it comes to bread and fruit, she's got a decent appetite. I thought she always liked to talk about food. I like my bread nice and hard, by the way. Hard bread? What's with that? Wonder if Machina would like something else nice and hard. You know, French bread, or the German stuff with a firm crust, that sort of thing. Japanese people are generally fond of fluffy, soft bread, but for some reason this girl loves her heavy and stiff. Limp breads for grannies with rotten teeth, you know? Bread's gotta be bulky and crunchy or it's no good at all. Well, it's not really good for the mornings, but if I make her a rye sandwich with cheese, ham, and lettuce, she'll gobble it down, you know? I see. Hey, Amani, can I read my book now? Go ahead, but sit on the floor, got it? I don't want you spilling your juice all over Yujikan's lap. You don't have it easy, do you, Amane? Well, she's a bit of a handful, but that's kind of what makes her cute. Can't really blame her for being a little weird, you know? It's just how she is. I'm the sort who tend to suspect the girl's purposefully acting younger than their age to take advantage of her childish looks. But in this case, I don't think I can disagree. That really is just how she is. Oh, and you know what? This girl loves to call herself an idiot at all, but she's really not stupid in the least. Actually, I think she's quite a bit smarter than me. Well, I suppose if we use you as a standard, the gap isn't quite that dramatic, but... Rude. Don't take Machina lightly, okay? Want a little demonstration? Machina, come here for a second. Okay, what's going on? Have you finished reading that book? Yeah, mostly. Alright, mind lending it to me for a sec? I'll give you a little quiz. Oh, his dialogue with Michiru? Oh yeah, Michiru has to be definitely one of the more interesting characters thus far in the whole game. I don't know, Michiru's really interesting me. Machina's adorable and all, but Michiru's just so interesting. Amane takes the book from Machina and promptly hands it over to me. Okay then, let's start with page 161. Animal Evolution Series, Age of the Giant Dinosaurs, the Mesozoic Era's Jurassic Period, lasting from approximately 200 million years ago to 146 million years ago. So, some dinosaur knowledge. Huh? Wasn't this a book about crawfish? It's a general book about animals aimed at children. There's lots of other stuff in there as well. Symbols of fertility in Minecraft. Oh, so to breed animals, right? Michiru's route is the most interesting in my opinion. Pretty sure I can take your word for it. I opened the book Amane handed me to page 161. Spread across both pages is the color illustration of a plesiosaur with words in a bold white typeface printed all around it. So you checked the book? Was she right? She was indeed. Without even a single misplaced word. Let's do page 29 next. Kamaza, what are you going on about schlongs right now? That's an ad page! Gobunko Children's Study Series, How Cards Work, The Mysterious Universe, Bird Watching, and Environmental Chemistry. Cool extinct animals. Japan's factories, how a contact lens is made, microorganisms in our soil, growing vegetables with organic farming. So what's on page 86? Is it true that dogs are smarter than cats? Dog breeds are very diverse, far surpassing other species in the range of variation. Bred by humans for many years, dogs specialized for the hunt, the battlefield, and the home were created. New varieties continue to be born even now. Oh, Camazot's actually streaming his own Advent of Ascension series. Oh, so you actually went to make the tablets straight away. So you made that a priority to get? Still haven't really bothered with tablets, considering you have to put them down. Favorite to least favorite. So your favorite was Sachi's, then Michiru, then Yumiko, then Makina, second last, and then Amane at the bottom. For you. I shouldn't ask questions about what happened to you. Streaming on Swatch? The hell is Swatch? I mean, it could be a website in the future. Well, did she get those as well? She's correct, alright. What do you think? Pretty amazing, right? Just by skimming through for a while, she's got every page in that book totally memorized. She's a genius, isn't she? Yeah, it's pretty amazing to be sure. Huh? You don't seem as surprised as I'd expect. Makina, I got a question. Do you remember the photograph of a bird on page 144? Yeah, I know the one. What color is it? Black? Dunno. If I say blue, you'd sort of think blue, but if I say red, you get the feeling it might be red? Yeah, thought so. What is it? Seems like Makina memorizes the pages in monochrome, loses the color information. Huh? Easier to memorize it quickly that way, right? Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I'm not following this at all. To tell the truth, my sister had the exact same skill. I noticed my big sister speed reading when she was 7 years old. Watching her flip through a stack of books from the school library incredibly quickly, I couldn't suppress my curiosity. Can you really read them like that? My sister answered, I'm not reading them, but I am memorizing the contents in a perfectly casual tone of voice. Something about being able to memorize text but not really distinguish colors as acutely as memorizing text. Is this more foreshadowing? I just want to marry none of these. Exactly like Amane did with Makina just now. I gave her a page number and asked her to read me back the contents. And of course she remembered every single word. According to her, it's much faster to memorize the books when they're in a black and white. When dealing with books where color information wasn't important, she could even memorize 2 pages simultaneously, using her left and right eye. I was totally dumbfounded at the time. Last in my ranking and still an 8 out of 10. Something about backstory about memorizing books from his sister. Basically, she's not reading the book, she's recording the pages as an image in the right side of her brain. When you ask her about the contents, she reproduces the image in her right brain and reads it by consciously interpreting the characters with her left brain. That sound about right, Makina? Yeah. I can't explain it too good, but that's pretty much it. I still don't get it. How does she do that, specifically? I don't know the details myself, but it's basically looking at the page as a picture instead of a line of characters and saving a mental snapshot. Ignoring the meaning, she processes it rapidly as light information, then draws out the meaning later on if she needs it. To put it more simply, it's sort of like she's downloading a compressed file to her hard drive and then extracting what she needs later, I guess. Heck is that? So she doesn't actually know what's in the book after she's done reading it? Yeah, exactly. My biggest problem is that once I memorize something, I tend to forget where I put the memory when I need it. What good is that? Even if you can record something in your mind, your memory as a whole can still be a disorganized mess. Apparently you can work on that by training your synapses. How would you do that? If you repeatedly memorize the same information, it stimulates your synapses and makes it harder to forget. My sister would record the same image 8 times over before she turned the page. Other than that, you can also memorize while moving your body in a specific way, which ties the image to your procedural memory, makes it more durable. I don't really get it. That's fine. Not like there's any reason you have to turn into a genius like that. Yep, when you become a genius, what do you gain? What you gain isn't admiration so much as envy and enemies. Or so they say. Who's they? Where'd you hear that? Who is it again? I think I might have read that in the book somewhere. Don't really remember. Hey, Amani! It's time to feed the crawfish, you know? Yeah. All up in the canned food for you, so just hold on a second. Okay, I guess I'll be going back to my room, but as the words start to leave my mouth, Makina firmly grabs hold of my hand. Sit down, okay? I want to read together. Didn't you finish already? Yeah. But I want to be together for a while. That not allowed? No, that's really not what I meant. Hey, you know something? Sometimes, a woman has days where she wants a guy to spoil her. Oh, that's the first I've heard of it. And today happens to be just such a day. So you gotta spoil me, okay? I see. Guess there's no helping it then. I want to be spoiled, so you better spoil me. What an unreasonable demand. If this was Amane, I think I would laugh in her face, call her an idiot, and finish things off with a poke to the forehead. But for some reason, when Makina gets all clingy, it's a bit difficult to fight back. I can't get myself to be too hard on her. Maybe it's because she looks and acts like a child? Soft on children. Well, that isn't a bad thing by any means, but I'm probably the type who dies first when the terrorists start strapping bombs to their kids. And then it starts to really get interesting. Not too much into Lolly, to be honest. Too FBI baity. Yeah, you do run that risk, I think. There might be some countries where it's just outright outlawed. The UN also want to just ban lolicon in pretty much every country in the world almost. UN tried to ban, like, fictional, underage anime girls, tried to ban lolicon, but yet they do nothing about actual rapes taking place because of some of their peacekeepers actually raping underage girls in underdeveloped countries, yet they want to go after anime? Fuck the UN, they can go to hell for all I care. Look, you, just for the record, today is a one-time deal. Don't think I'll let you cling to me whenever you want, got it? Yeah. Keys, Oni-chan. You really are a big old tsundere. Gah! Again with this. I'd never really given the matter any thought, but could it be that I really am a tsundere? I mean, can we define the term first? Isn't the tsundere a subspecies of woman that's usually prickly and harsh, but then goes all gooey and sweet for some reason? In that case, I don't get it. When exactly have I ever been in that saccharine lovey-dovey mode? Well, come to think of it, in letting Makina occupy my knee like this, I have to admit my aura of masculinity seems to have faded a bit. But this is merely an expression of my magnanimous spirit towards the young. It's not like I'm giving her lap access because I personally enjoy having her there or anything. Ah, that's right! Hey, Yuji-kun! What? Since we're on the topic, is canned mackerel okay for the crawfish's food? Yeah. Basically, anything without carotene in it is fine. Oh-ho? What's that supposed to mean? What is it already? You're making me ill. If you have something to say, how about you say it? No, it's just, you know, she's really, truly taken to you. That's nice. I'm a little jealous. I'm actually really jealous! You're the one who told me to make friends with Makina, you know. Come on, I'm not criticizing you or anything. But frankly, I really didn't think she'd get attached all of a sudden. I'm just a little surprised, I guess. What's this? Is Makina asleep? Well, sort of. Slice of life affair. she still sleeping? I thought she'd been unusually quiet for a few seconds there, but at some point Makina's eyes have fallen shut. Still sitting on my lap, her head is jerking back and forth with her breathing. I'm sure she was awake just a minute ago. Ah, well, Makina, sometimes she does just fall asleep out of nowhere like that. Come to think of it, there was that time I found her in the rose garden, unconscious in the bushes. Oh, that was like right near the beginning of the game. A frequent occurrence. Well, every once in a while, when she uses her brain a lot or something, might be because of that little reading exercise earlier. She'll sleep 14 hours a day if you let her, you know. Really does remind you of a cat, doesn't she? Sometimes she even falls asleep standing up, so I gotta keep an eye on her and make sure she doesn't fall over and hit her head on something. Good thing your lap was available today, Yuji-kun. Seems like she's really gotten fond of you, huh? I don't get it. Why get attached to someone like me? Oh, I think I got an idea. Okay, here's an example. When you're looking at Makina, does the thought, poor girl, pop into your head? No? Can't say it does. More like, what a hopeless kid. I can't say I've ever felt pity for her. I think that just might be the #1 reason. Is there a #2 reason? Let's see, I guess you're not too aware of this yourself, but I don't think you dislike Makina at all, you know? Maybe you find her a little cute? Only a little? I'm not sure about that one. Well, I definitely don't hate her. That said, I think I've thought of her as annoying more often than cute. Maybe you got the wrong idea about me, Amane, but I tend to say what I think, even the kids. And also the more intense storylines too. Where the action just really picks up. Oh, that's very convincing, coming from the guy staying put so she can sleep on his lap. That's... well, just don't have any real reason to wake her up at the moment, I guess. But, well, I guess that makes sense, too. It's easier for Makina to understand people when they're bluntly honest, compared to when they hold back awkwardly out of sympathy. I don't treat her gingerly out of sympathy. When she does something truly stupid, I don't overlook it out of pity. And Makina actually prefers it that way. Is that what she's saying? That said, when it comes down to it, you're basically sweet to her. Of course, she'd get attached to you. I'm sweet to her? Well, it's nothing to be ashamed of, you know. Those little out-of-character spots round you out nicely, Yuji-kun. When were you such an expert on my character? Oh, Makina. You awake? Did I fall asleep again? Well, yeah, for about 15 minutes or so. Have any nice dreams? Don't remember. I see. Well, here you go. What's this? The canned mackerel. You want to feed the crawfish, right? Oh, that's right. Here you go. Eat it all up. Get nice and plump. She's kind of tottering around. Is that a good idea? That's par for the course. She's fine. This stuff ain't too tasty. You sure about that? She seems to be eating from the can of crawfish food. That's par for the course. She's fine. You know, it kind of feels like you don't really give a damn. That's also par for the course. My throat sticks shut halfway through my attempt to laugh, and I'm sent into a coughing fit. Hey, are you alright? Amane grabs the half-finished can of orange juice Makina left lying on the table and hands it over to me. I gulp down the contents immediately. I'm fine. I'm as terrible at laughing as I am at smiling, also par for the course. Yeah, we gotta fix that eventually. Fix? Why is that necessary in the first place? Is a crappy smile really something you can fix? Well, at the moment, fixing that fake-looking smile of yours and the bizarre way Makina talks will probably be my main objectives. What's the matter with the way I talk? The biggest problem right now is that the person in question doesn't even realize how weird she sounds. Shut up, you chin face! The nerve of you. Who do you think you're calling a chin face, you little brat? Hey, hold it! What brought this on all of a sudden? It hurts! If you pull that hard, I'll break! Every once in a while, you'll find a person with a bad habit they're not even aware of until someone points it out to them. Watching this scene, I've had my suspicions more or less confirmed. Makina's strange quirks seem to be partially the result of contamination from Amane's less admirable habits. But as a humble and discreet gentleman, I'm frankly at a loss as to whether or not to disrupt the status quo by informing Amane of the log in her eye. Holy shit, what is Amane smacking Makina over the head with? Or throwing her up against the wall? What's going on? When your mind finds itself facing a contradiction, your thoughts tend to fly off in completely unrelated directions. It's a self-defense mechanism, just like that burning need to clean that always pops up the night before the big test. So, before I realize it, my attention has been drawn to the pleasant rattling sound of something boiling in the pan. The oden broth's smooth, flavorful smell tickles my nose. I'm hungry. In the end, it would be another 30 minutes before I ate my dinner for that day. And all you can think about is eating. Nice. There's no gym teacher in this school, but that hasn't stopped some shameless individual from putting physical education on our schedule. A healthy spirit dwells in a healthy body. It's easy to laugh these words off as a relic of the baby boomer generation's Neanderthal obsession with building character through guts and willpower, but in fact, it seems there actually is a good amount of scientific data linking moderate physical exercise to positive psychotropic effects. Personally, having been brought up with the simplistic lesson that basic physical strength decides things in the end, I don't have any objection to moving my body. That said... Alright! Let's do this! Amane's pointlessly powerful voice resounds across the field. In response, there's a vaguely apathetic chorus of yeah from her classmates. An enthusiastic yeah from the transparently disinterested Michiru. A dopey use from Makina. A use. Unintentionally draining any shred of motivation for all who hear it. A vigorous yeah from Sachi, who's taking everything seriously as always, but her voice cracks shrilly at the clearly unfamiliar exercise. And finally, stony silence from Sakaki, who's sulking like a prideful middle schooler forced to participate in a children's athletic meet. The only one of the bunch with any real energy would be Amane, thrusting her fists towards the heavens from her position on the mound. As for me, without the beginning of a clue as to what's about to take place here, I'm staring absentmindedly up at the sky. And how are you doing today, everybody? Hey, Amane. Hey, what's up? Why are you so ridiculously fired up? You know, everyone here is sort of the indoor type, I guess. Lots of them just hate moving their body, to be honest. If I don't push out some energy like this to get things a little more lively, they hardly even bother to try. What's this, maggots? You look like blue-faced pygmies, a lot of you. Let's see some spirit. I see some little senile old men. Harder than you move. Wow. I've seen some senile old men. Expletive, harder than you move. Holy fuck, Makina. Worthless bunch of putrid! Well, seems like we've got someone exploding with a weird sort of drill sergeant energy at least. Hold on just a sec, okay? Makina, come here, please. As if Makina could try and be the next Sergeant Gunnery Hartman. 5'9"? I didn't know they stack shit that high! Makina, it's good to be energetic, but I think I've told you to watch your language, yes? Do we understand? Do you think anyone would be able to take it seriously if Makina was the one saying everything that Gunnery Hartman did? Ow! Ow! Amane! It hurts! It's ripping! You're ripping me apart if you do that, you know? I'll break! Yeah, now, break is off limits, remember? Amane's voice somehow manages to be both sickly sweet and ice cold. It's enough to send shivers down my spine. Makina's bitter, heart-rending screams don't help either. I think Amane's trying to maintain her lovely, kind tone of voice, but she's actually more threatening as a result. It crosses my mind this conveyor will be described as bullying. but considering the current climate of hypersensitivity towards such matters, I'll refrain from voicing any hasty conclusions. Not that I really care, but if we're doing this, let's get going already. You don't have all day. It's fine by me, but what exactly is it we're doing? The standard sports, I assume? So ridiculous. Why exactly do I have to put up with this nonsense? Sports? I was hoping for more specific details, but playing sports in gym class hardly seems ridiculous. More like completely commonplace. Please allow me to explain the details. Before that, I've got an unrelated question if that's alright. Certainly, go ahead. Why are you the only one in the maid uniform? Huh? Don't give me that totally nonplussed look. For a second, you almost convinced me that I'm the strange one here. Oh, my clothes? If you observe with care, I think it should be obvious, but as you can see, this is a maid uniform specialized for physical exercise. Sorry, let's move on. Shouldn't have asked. My mistake. The strangest thing here wasn't her clothes, it was me expecting anything resembling common sense from a student at this school. Okay, so, what exactly does sports involve here? Well, let's see. There isn't exactly a name for this event. It's sort of like kickball or maybe soccer with a dash of volleyball. As a new genre. What kind of extreme sport is this? All I got out of your description is that there's probably a ball involved. Yes, you use a volleyball to play. Sachi hands me a large round ball she'd been holding on to. The pitcher throws this ball from the mound and the player standing in the batter's box hits it with their bat. They hit a volleyball with a bat? What are you playing here? If the ball rolls into the infield, the batter runs towards first base. The fielding team obtains the ball and hurls or kicks it at the runner as hard as possible. If it hits the runner, they're out. 3 outs and the sides change. What if someone catches the ball on the fly? That's also an out. It's similar to baseball in that respect. When and why did this strange game come into fashion? It didn't, really. It's just that we only have 5 people in our school. We never had the numbers to do any real games. Also, there was quite the stubborn split of opinions. Some of us wanted dodgeball, some of us wanted softball, and so on. So you ended up just doing them all at once? Was this your doing, Sakaki? I'd appreciate it if you didn't try to blame everything on me. Although in this case, it is true that I made the suggestion. Then don't complain when I blame you. The argument just wouldn't end, so I said we might as well do all the games. I distinctly do not remember saying we should play them all at the same time. Look, if you understand the rules, can we just get started already? What about Amane and Makina? We're right here. I thought she was gonna rip it right off, you know? What exactly? My head, or maybe my soul? Amane. Don't give me that look. It's discipline, alright? If I don't give this girl a firm warning every once in a while, her mouth just gets filthier and filthier. Are you her mother or what? And so after 15 minutes of wasted time, with Amane's second shout of alright, let's do this, our bewildering match of Mystery Extreme Sports begins. Through impartial results of rock, paper, scissors matches, the teams are divided as follows. Bear Team, Pitcher, Suo Amane, Catcher, Sakaki Umiko, Fielder, Irisu Makina, Rabbit Team, Pitcher, Kazama Yuji, Catcher, Komine Sachi, Fielder, Matsushima Michiru. Our Rabbit Team ends up being first to bat. Leadoff batter dons a softball helmet, grabs a colorful metal bat, and takes her place in the batter's box. Alright, bring it on! With a grating high-pitched shout, Michiru thrusts her bat out the point at the pitcher's mound, where Amane is settling into her stance with the volleyball in hand. What's this? Considering how apathetic she was, Michiru's gotten surprisingly into it now that the game started. Yes, Michiru-sama is, how should I put this? She approaches everything negatively and with a great show of reluctance at first. But once the event is in question actually gets started, she tends to take it more seriously than anyone else. I see, but I'm willing to bet she's also the first one to get bored. You're quite perceptive. Unaware of the critical analysis she's receiving from her teammates, Michiru takes a few vigorous practice swings and glares up Amane. I think we have a score to settle today. It's payback time. Oh, what was it? You're going to regain this year disgrace, right? I just said a little wrong, okay? You're always picking at people's tiny mistakes forever like that! Ah! Sorry. Watching Michiru stamp her feet in frustration in the batter's box, I whispered to Sachi, who was sitting next to me on the bench. So what happened last time? And so, well, at the end of the match, she loudly shouted, "I'll regain this disgrace someday. Just you watch." Ah, disgrace tends to be something you want to repay, not regain. I guess the words are kind of similar. Michiru must have gotten all excited and shouted out a garbled sentence before she even knew what she was saying. Just a thought here, might Michiru be something of an idiot? I'm afraid I'm not very comfortable providing the answer to that question. Hey, Peanut Gallery! I can hear you! Shut it already! Hey, Peanut Gallery! Yeah, sorry, didn't intend to distract you. We'll keep quiet, so please regain as much disgrace as you like. I'm going to repay it, okay? Repay, not regain! As Michiru screeches like a drugged monkey and branches her bat overhead, Amane's first pitch sails over the plate. Strike. Hey, you! That's cheating! I don't see any cheating here. The game's already started, yeah? Such humiliation! Receiving the return throw from Sakaki, Amane carefully finds her foothold on the pitcher's mound. A fearless smile on her face. Okay, second pitch coming right up. Bring it! With that intense shout, Michiru takes firm hold of her bat and fixedly watches Amane's pitching motion. Looking closely, Michiru's got the position of her hands on the bat reversed. But if I mention that now, I get the feeling the response would only be another shut it. Guess I'll just watch over a gallant battle with silent respect. Amane twists her long limbs to a sidearm motion. The volleyball soars towards the squatting Sakaki's hands at an ideal velocity and angle. With an explosion of energy, Michiru swings her bat at full force, but tragically she cuts through empty air and a good 10 centimeters above the top of the ball. Her blonde twin tails swinging aimlessly behind her. Strike two. Michiru slams her bat on home plate in the towering rage. One to go, Michiru-chan. Don't call me that! I'm not a kid. I'll knock the next one out of here. Witness my bat. Witness my legendary batting technique. Born for this day. Hey, Michiru. What now? You got your hands wrong. Huh? You're batting right, so your right hand should be on top. You got it backward. I knew that. I'm doing it on purpose. How do I hold it? You're obviously clueless. Hold it with your right fist higher on the bat, your left fist below. Tell me that sort of stuff sooner, why don't you? Arg, what the heck? Hey, can we get a move on here? Go ahead, I'm ready for you anytime. Hold on a second. Which is it? Which is it? Bring it! I'm ready for you. Hold on a second. Which is it? As Michiru bears her fighting spirit, Amane's face briefly suggests a dubious, "Are you sure about that?" But she's not the type to think too hard about this sort of thing. Her expression soon gives way to a smirking grin. This one's for real, okay? Forcefully swinging the ball up in her right hand, Amane takes a step forward on the mound, throwing the movement of her entire body onto the pitch. Michiru-sama, look out! Just as I thought. Michiru, anticipating the beanball, pulls back half a step with her pivot leg and swings her bat in the wide arc. Take this! Legendary technique. Pitcher payback! Michiru's vigorous stroke of the bat catches the ball beautifully in the sweet spot, sending it flying back toward Amane on the mound. What? Is this the legendary pitcher payback technique? Well, that's what she streamed, so I would assume so. Exactly where and how this thing became a legend is a question for another day. The ball rushes straight back toward Amane, who's still in an awkward position from releasing her pitch. That thing's going to hit her! Or so I thought for a split second. Amane nimbly recovers and takes a firm stance as the ball approaches her. Not all you got? Instant kill. Pitcher payback, payback! Turning to the side, she swings back with her left elbow and unleashes a firm right-handed fist stab in model karate form. With a resounding thud, the ball is sent flying back towards where Michiru stands in the batter's box. Secret move. Pitcher payback, payback, payback! Michiru fires her right back. Not done yet. Pitcher payback, 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 payback! Pitcher payback, 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 payback! Hurry up! Pitcher payback, 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 payback! Right off the bat, and we already find ourselves in a deadlock, or rather, what the hell is with this development? I'm sort of reminded of those martial arts matches where both fighters run to the center of the ring at the first gong, stop dead, and just start bashing away at each other, but where do things go from here? Are they planning to repeat pitcher paybacks until they just run out of steam? I can't read the next move. A strange game. There's no apparent path to victory for either side. Hey, Sachi. Yes, what is it? What exactly is a pitcher pack? I wonder. Maki-chan's tongue is somewhat short, so I'd speculate that she stumbled over the word pitcher payback. I see. Don't make me laugh. Sparks continue to fly as the battle to the death between Mountain Batter's Box continues along its repetitive course, but I mean, what exactly are they getting all worked up over? It's too damn hot for this. But I suppose women have their own battles that must be fought to the bitter end. This is clearly a contest between two truly indomitable spirits. By the way, Sachi. Yes, what is it? Just how long is this futile exchange going to continue? I wonder. Most likely until one of them gives up or finally gets bored, I would think. Truly a thrilling edge-of-your-seat battle of the wills. Mind if I use this opportunity to go buy a drink? Shall I go buy something for you? No, think I'll get it myself this time. At my word, Sachi skewers me with a searching glare. Don't tell me you intend to intimidate Sakaki-san. Go to buy some juice and head straight home instead? That's not allowed. As the thought, damn, she saw through me runs through my head, I make eye contact with Sakaki, who still crouched behind the plate. What is it? Could you not stare at me like that? So there was a previous offender, eh? Kindly shut up. This is a pure waste of time. Can't argue with that. So we resign ourselves to watch over their battle to the end, with the calm gaze of the elderly, watching their overly energetic grandchildren skip rope with all their might. But just as I'm beginning to think that this fire clash of pride between Michiru and Amane might truly never end, the conclusion arrived in an unexpected form. Hey, Sachi. Yes. What is it? What does that "God" just now signify? I wonder. I'd speculate that it might be the sound of Mane-san losing her footing, then twisting her ankle, perhaps? I see. Wait, should that be my reaction here? So isn't that kind of bad? Bad, you ask? Sachi stares blankly back at me for a moment. After a beat, her eyes widen and her mouth springs open. Yes! That is indeed bad! As we hurriedly jump off the bench, Makina is already rushing up to Amane, who is currently writhing on the mound. Don't die! Amane, don't die! Although it might look like a slapstick comedy scene if you squint, the atmosphere is actually pretty tense until a burst of out-of-place laughter breaks it. Serves you right. Michiru points toward the mound with her right hand, her left hand resting on her hip, her proud face the image of woman triumphant. That's what you get. That's what you get for daring to challenge me. Should you really be striking a victory pose right now? You're completely burned out yourself. Shut up, okay? This is nothing. Crap. Sorry. Dizzy. Sachi! Oxygen! Bring me oxygen! Her faint voice abruptly failing her altogether, Michiru's body begins to shake violently. She collapses to her knees on the spot with a thump. What kind of sports game is this? What? She dropped! She was dead too! Oh my god! Oh my god! How could this happen? What, did Makina just lose at a game of Harry Potter? Was she playing Harry Potter and just died at like the final stage? Why must everyone I come to love die? I'm not dead, okay? Just a little lightheaded. Michiru scatters sparkling vomit onto the ground with a sickening gurgle. Would this be the so-called double KO? So Sachi, in this case, going to declare the one who stands up inside the 10 count the winner? No, I don't think we're at that stage anymore. Roger, okay. I screwed up. Are you okay, Amani? Your foot sort of went crack and bent the way it shouldn't, you know? Probably shouldn't try to stand. If the bone's broken, the pressure might make it break the skin. Yeah, by the way, that oh my god from Machina made me instantly think of this. Which, God on glad, Jonas. Probably shouldn't try to stand. If the bone's broken, the pressure might make it break the skin. And that Turok King guy was just so close to getting a world record, and he died on, like, the final stage. He died, like, not too long before the final boss. Yeah, I'd be pissed, too, if that happened to me. Die like the final boss, almost. Oh my god, indeed. Okay. Amane, supported by her hand, slowly shifts to a sitting position on the mound. I take her right leg in my hand and lift it up to take a look. It's not any worse than I expected. I didn't know Machina did speedruns of Harry Potter. Doesn't seem to be broken, but a sprain? Well, if we're unlucky, might be a partial fracture. Sprain, huh? It's been a while. You know, my feet are pretty small for my height and all, so I used to fall down pretty often. Either way, it's the infirmary for you. Can you stand? I think so. Don't put weight on your right foot, just get yourself onto my back. Huh? Don't give me that. It's not so bad right now because you're pumped full of adrenaline from the shock, but if you overdo it, you'll be crying later. Hurry up and get on. What's this all of a sudden? You're being awful nice. I'm not going to play along with your jokes right now. You're hurt. Stop wasting time and do what I tell you. Okay. Amane softly leans her body against my back and grabs the shoulders of my gym uniform somewhat hesitantly. Now, how could you say no to such a pretty face? I honestly didn't think Amane could have looked so derpy, but here we are. And this guy's just like, oh, well, I got this girl's on my back. She's heavy. These huge tits just pressing against my back. Like, oh, I don't know about this. And then she's like, oh, those tits just smushing across his back. He's like, oh, what the fuck did I sign myself up for? Like, oh. Yuzi just has the face of a guy who doesn't give a damn. Well, that certainly is him, alright. Need a better grip than that. Wrap your arms around. Get a hold on my neck. Oh, I got it. Like this? As instructed, Amane wraps her arms around my neck, pushing her breasts firmly against my back. Normally I'd be throwing out a joke or two at this point, but this isn't the time. Sachi, I'm taking her to the infirmary. How's Michiru? Michiru is currently taking oxygen. I believe she'll recover in another 5 minutes or so. Michiru lies flat on the ground, limp as a beach tuna. Sachi's holding a portable can of oxygen to her mouth as we speak. I'm leaving command of the field to you. Adjust your tactics as the situation demands. Can you handle it, class representative? I'll take it from here. For some reason, maybe instinctively reacting to my tone, Sachi raises a hand salute towards me. Alright, here we go, Amane. Not a problem. This isn't something you need to apologize for. I can save, right? Here? Also, before I go, I failed to down one of these on a previous attempt on a live stream. For anyone who does not know the backstory behind the bag of Takis, I challenged myself to eat that, assuming I would not get a world record within 7 days of just giving myself only, of course, 7 more days to get a world record on Japanese sci-fi, because I really wanted to just move on from that. I didn't want to spend too much more time on that. I was on a dry spell. 7 days passed and no new world record, not even a sub 27. And I still never finished out of their bag. I got like 40% of the way through. So let's try and down. Let's just start over. Gotta get him down. Okay, better not choke on these. Oh, what did I sign myself up for? I'm shaking already. I'm not crazy. That's probably why I just bailed out of it the last time. I only got like 3 down already. I want to give up, but give me time to regain my composure here. I swear, I don't think I'm gonna try this, like, for like a 3rd time. I guess it's now or never. Yeah, will do. I know, right? Yikes. I don't know if I'll get it. I don't know if I'll pull this off. If I start to feel sick to my stomach again, I'll just bail out. If I tried to speed eat these, I'd probably just... I'm gonna keep going, come on! You try and eat these and just... You'll see why I just... Okay, how often do you eat spicy food, physicist? Because I don't eat, like, too spicy stuff. If you don't have an acquired taste for spicy food, you struggle on downing a bag of these too, trust me. As you can tell, I clearly don't, either. Why would they make you do this in basic training, though? For what occasion would you need to be able to eat spicy food in the army? You'd probably have to do a hell of a lot more and eat spicy food to get in the army. Yeah, if I can't handle this, then how the fuck would I make the army? Yeah, hot chili pepper and lime, by the way, I'm trying to down here. I'm probably not even close to finishing. Fuck's sake. Not even close. Yeah, I'm trying. At this rate, I'm probably gonna have 2 unfinished bags of these. Again, my eyes are starting to water. That's how spicy these are. Again, it's getting to that point. This is how badly I'm taking it. Probably not even halfway in. I'm hitting the really spicy ones now. Okay. How do people even eat these regularly? How do people do this? Holy shit. Sorry. Now my nose is getting stuffed up, probably because my eyes were watering for a bit because of how spicy these are. Yeah, you're telling me. There's gotta be determination or it's not happening. I don't know how many chips deep I am now. We're going deeper. Trying to go deeper. Probably already surpassed the number of chips I ate in the last bag. I'm probably already deeper in. I'll go at my own pace. I might get it. Might get the whole thing down, possibly. Shouldn't be. I'm getting close. Must be like about 10 left in here or so. I'm starting to feel kind of sick again. I don't know if I can. Ugh. I got so much closer, though. I don't know if I can do this. I also ran out of water. I know. But I don't want to make myself sick over this. I'm not that crazy. Crazy enough to just jump right into the bag, no hesitation. He could have just forgotten all about this, but I decided to bring it back up. Could always just finish it later. Let me just count how many chips are left in here. I think I can see, like, probably less than 10, actually. I see fewer than 10 in there. Maybe close to, like, 8 or 9. The bag must have had about, like, I don't know, like, at least 50 to 60 in there. We got, like, probably almost 90% of the way in. Maybe closer to 80 or 85. Got down probably twice as many as last time. What, my ass folder? Alright, sorry, I'm out.